Hello friends, long time no see. I'm sorry that it's been a while since I made a video and that I'm right back to the driving in the car videos. It's been a while because almost a month ago now I got sick and I now have this lingering cough, and the cough was really bad, so every time I would try to talk, I would cough. So kind of wanted to spare you guys a 10-minute video of me just hacking up a lung. So I will still cough in this, and I apologize for that, and I hope it's not too disgusting. So I also don't really have a topic for this video. Excuse me. I thought of a million things I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about fun stuff like TV shows and movies and stuff. But I don't have anything prepared for today, so I just wanted to say hi. And today it finally is not 1,000,000 degrees, so you can get a nice view of me without intense sweat just pouring off of my face. Sorry for the pause here. There's a couple intersections on my way home that are a little yeah, not dangerous, but you know, you want to pay attention, and I want to pay attention. So what else have I been doing this summer? Excuse me. Have I been playing PokemonGo? Yes, I have. Not intensely. I actually haven't been able to go on a bunch of walks or anything like that. But a few of us play at work, so throughout the day we'll check, or I'll get a NIM from a coworker that says, "Hey, check now, there's a such and such Pokemon around." So it's really fun. I love that it's free. I think that's really cool. I'm not like a big Pokemon fan. I feel like I sort of came from the Pokemon generation. They got really big when I was in school, when I was little, and I wasn't really into it. I watched the cartoon a little bit, and I thought that Charmander was like the cutest thing I've ever seen, so I had a Charmander t-shirt and a Charmander notebook, but I didn't really follow it, and then I never played any of the subsequent games or anything like that. So I had no idea what this thing was about until I heard everyone on YouTube talking about it and waiting for the release, and then somebody said it was free, and I was like, what? That's crazy. So I downloaded it because it was free, and sure enough, sort of fell in love with it. Just the concept is really fun, and I know that everyone is so sick of everybody talking about it, but it really is excuse me, I don't want to say like a revolutionary, but it is something new. It's something we haven't really seen before, and it's this really cool melding of you know, your phone and the real world. And I love my phone just as much as everybody else, but I'm also at the age where I experienced childhood before cell phones. I experienced life before the internet, and I am so grateful for that. Like, I mean, it's so different now. So I'm not saying that kids are worse off or better off, you know, being born with the internet and getting iPhones when they're 6 years old. I just didn't have that. I had a very different experience, and I think I feel very lucky to have been old enough to experience the beginning of the internet, really, and watching it explode into what it's become, and getting to be sort of the first generation that got to meet people on the internet and have internet dating and everything. Just so different. Excuse me, but my point is, I'm still at that age where I see kids, and even people my age, on their phone all the time, just obnoxiously ignoring people, ignoring each other, to be on their phone. And I think that the Pokemon thing is kind of a cool way to bridge the gap between, being super duper involved in this virtual world on your phone and being out in the real world, because I can see it. I can drive by a park. There's 2 parks on my drive home, and I can see people walking around there, talking to each other, parked in the parking lot, parked next to each other. People are meeting people and talking about this game, and that's really cool, I think. I personally am not so socially inclined that I want to run into people. But if I did, I would be out there. I would be at these parks, meeting people, walking around, talking about the game. It's cool. I think it's cool. And, it'll fade, but I haven't seen anything like it. And I'm sorry that this turned into a really long talk about PokemonGo. Excuse me. So what else? Let's see. So it's summer, and it has been hot, but I don't mind. I don't like the heat because I sweat so easily, and yeah, if you're someone that sweats really easily, the summer is just kind of gross. I don't mind the sweat. Like, if I'm working out, I don't mind it, but if I start sweating just driving to work, and then my makeup is running down my face, and like my shirt is wet, I mean, it's not comfortable. It's not. But it's still not snow, so I'll take it. Excuse me. In a few days, I will be going on my annual camping trip, and I am so excited about it. We're going for the shortest time ever. We're only going for 4 days. I go camping with my boyfriend, Joel, and my BFF, Adam, and his husband, Drew. I have been going to the same campground in the Berkshires in Massachusetts since before I was born. So my mom actually grew up going to this campground, and then she took us kids when we were growing up, and I still go there now, and it's one of my favorite places. Probably because of the nostalgia, but it's also I just really like camping. I really like being outside, and everything is just better. Like, we're on the top of a mountain, so the air smells better. The water is like glacial water from the mountain. It tastes so good. There's good hiking and great wildlife, and I don't know, I love it, and I cannot wait to go. It is Monday today. We leave on Saturday. So I got to get through the week, but I got to prepare all of our camping stuff anyway. We do we do proper camping, but excuse me. My boyfriend did not grow up camping at all. So he doesn't really like to rough it per se. He's more of a glamping kind of guy. So we do something in the middle. You know, we do stay in a cabin. You know, there's no electricity or running water or any of that stuff. It's just some metal bunk beds and a fireplace. What do you call it? Yeah, fireplace. For a campfire on the site. You know, we get a picnic table and stuff, but that's it. It's not like super glamping. But in terms of, you know, we eat really good food. I prepare some food ahead of time, and yeah, we're for people that really like our food, so we put a lot of planning into that. Yeah, there's no lack of luxury in those things. For Joel, it's more a problem that we don't get cell service there, and we of course don't have any electricity, so he can be found often standing atop the highest rock in our site with his arm up with his phone trying to get a signal just to check his email. You just can't, some people can't be away from it. I have no problem. I mean, I do have a hard time kind of breaking away from work. Not really. I can't really say that. Like, when I'm not there, it's not like I'm camping and thinking about work and worrying, and like trying to check my email. Excuse me. It's more of beforehand, before we go, I'm like rushing around like crazy trying to make sure that I've sort of paved the way so that I can take time off to go. But I feel fine. I feel good about it. I think that was like my 50th of this video. I know that everyone else does it, and when I watch other people do it, it actually doesn't bother me at all when people say like too much or too much. But when I do it, you know, you suddenly are very much aware. So, I'm sorry. What else? I've got a couple other trips coming up. I am going to Seattle at the end of August for my friend's wedding. And I have never been, excuse me, I've never been that far west. I've been to Las Vegas, and that was the furthest I've ever been. And even then, I was there for only a couple days. I mean, I'm only going to be there for a couple days in Seattle as well. It's funny though, because I don't know if other people have this sort of affliction, but there's big cities that you've heard of a million times, like Seattle, and then you never really associate the state with them, if that makes sense. For instance, Chicago. I, for years, never really made the association that Chicago was in Illinois. Like, I know that's weird, and I know that's a stupid thing to say because I'm a grown adult. And like, I know it. You know, if you ask me, oh, where is Chicago? I would say, Chicago, Illinois. You know, like, I know that. But when people talk about it, they don't talk about Washington. They talk about Seattle. So, my friend the other day had asked, oh, how long are you going to be in Washington for? And internally I was like, what? I'm not going to Washington? Like, what are you even talking about? And then I realized, oh, Seattle. And so I am excited to see my friend. I'm very excited to see her get married. I I am excited to see Seattle because I'd like to say that I have. Excuse me. I also feel like they have really good coffee and probably some good vegan restaurants. So I am excited about that too. And Adam is coming with me, so he'll be a fun date. And I am just not at all excited about the long flight. I'm not afraid to fly, but I have a very hard time sitting for such a long time. My body is not made for that sort of thing. I need to be able to stretch my legs and crack my knees and adjust my shoulders, and I just don't do well sitting for a long time. And so when we get there, it's going to take a full day for me just to kind of get my body back to a less painful zone. And then by the time I do, it's going to be time to turn around and come home because we're only there for the weekend. So anyway, I can't worry about it. I can't because it's already booked. I'm already going for sure. I just need to grin and bear it, and I will. So I am now home. I hope that you had fun on my commute. I'm gonna take you off so I can say goodbye. Hi. Hello. So I hope to make some more proper videos soon about maybe something more interesting than my summer plans and PokemonGo. But I just wanted to say hi and that I am still making videos, and I hope to talk to you soon. Bye.